forward, a 5'6" sophomore, number 34, Ann Stanislavski. And at forward for Viroqua, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Heather Welch. At the other forward for Amherst, a 5'11" junior, number 40, Megan Simpkins. And at forward for Viroqua, a 5'7" senior, number 22, Katie Plum. Starting at center for Amherst, a 5'11" senior, number 10, Carrie Thompson. And at center for Viroqua, a 5'10" senior, number 30, Amber Glick. Starting at guard for Amherst, a 6' senior, number 4, Melissa Schweitzer. And at guard for Viroqua, a 5'7" junior, number 44, Kirsten Monroe. At the other guard for Amherst, a 5'8" sophomore, number 12, Jenny Orson. And at guard for Viroqua, a 5'6" junior, number 40, Alexis Endicott. The head coach for Amherst is Shelley Hofferbecker, and the head coach for Viroqua is Peter Swanson. The referees for tonight's game are Charles Hardrake and Wesley Porter, both from Milwaukee.
Here's another look at your WIAA starting lineups. Melissa Schweitzer had the big game. Also, Jenny Orson starting as well. 17 points for Amherst the other day. Keep an eye on Ann Stanislavski as well. For Viroqua, Heather Welch, she's their leading scorer, but she ran into foul trouble the other night. She'll be looking for a big game tonight as well. What kind of style, what kind of pace do you think we'll see tonight, Gail?
Well, initially I thought it might be a little bit of a slowdown. Both teams don't mind setting up half court. And yet they have had a day of rest, actually probably a day and a half of rest with just a little bit of a shoot around. So they may look to press and run a little bit tonight. We'll have to see.
Both these teams spent the off day. These two teams have had to wait the longest between games to play again. I'm sure they don't mind being it's a state championship game, but both these teams have spent yesterday practicing at separate facilities and just kind of kicking back and taking it easy. Both coaches said that both teams were pretty loose, pretty relaxed, and now they're ready to go. It'll be Simpkins jumping center for Amherst against Amber Glick of Viroqua. Viroqua in their home whites, Amherst wearing their road blue uniforms, and Amherst will have the first possession, and this is Melissa Schweitzer. She runs the show for the Falcons. Both these teams making their first ever trip to the state tournament, and we have our first turnover. Plum with the steal.
Amherst opening into a person-to-person defense, getting the ball in the post right away.
Schweitzer with the block. Stanislavski clears it. Here come the Falcons. Just underway, our first championship game of the evening, the Division I title game to follow. Stanislavski, jump pass inside, nice. Couldn't get it to go though as Simpkins. Rebound inside, and we have a foul. No, we have a jump ball, I beg your pardon. And the possession arrow points towards Viroqua. Here you can look at Michelle Hofferbecker, Shelley as she prefers, in her first year, just 24 years old, leading the Falcons of Amherst. Endicott taking it all the way up and off the mark. Rebound by Orson. Schweitzer from 15. Stanislavski, rebounded by Welch.
A couple early misses, but eventually they'll get themselves acclimated.
Monroe taking it all the way up and in. That one wouldn't go down. Rebounded by Simpkins.
Viroqua looks like they want to take the ball inside, and right now the Falcons are taking the shots from the outside against the matchup.
Both these teams with some decent size coming in as well. Simpkins can't get it go, gets her own rebound, almost gets that one to go, and then Orson is fouled after the rebound shot, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Well, Amherst right now is controlling the boards, and I think they do have a little bit of a height advantage. Viroqua is really going to have to back away from the basket and take somebody box them out. They're getting 2 or 3 shots per look.
Amherst is a terrific rebounding team. They out-rebound their opponents by 12 rebounds a game, 37 to 25. Orson hits our first points of the game. And that included a 32 to 25 rebound advantage over North Fond du Lac in the semifinals Thursday morning. Orson, 2 out of 2. A sophomore guard, and the Falcons have the early lead.
A little full court pressure by Amherst.
Blum's going to take it all the way in, knocked away. And then she fell on the baseline with the ball. It'll go back over to Amherst. Another turnover.
Well, she had a nice dribble penetration, but she just lost the handle on the ball and slipped out of bounds.
Somebody may have gotten a hand
on it, right?
Couldn't quite tell from where we were sitting. We've played a little over 2 minutes. First period of action. Stanislawski looking for a cutter. Thompson loses control. Schweitzer over Glick. Rebound, knocked loose inside, saved wonderfully by Simpkins to Orson. And how did she get that one to go?
She really stepped in between a couple defenders and banked it off the glass.
What a shot by Jenny Orson. She has 4 early points. She only averages 6 a game, but as I said at the top of the show, she had a terrific semifinal game, scoring 17 against North Fondy.
Well, she's a sophomore. She's playing like she's a little older tonight.
Little body on the drive that time by Stanislawski, her first personal.
Number 12, number 34, Stanislawski. First, the team's first.
Welch will inbound. Glick from 10, too hard. Viroqua getting some good looks early. They're just not dropping. Orson from 18. She has all 6 of Amherst's points to start the game here, and they lead 6-0.
That was a nice pass from Carrie Thompson from the high post out into the wing.
Talk about a gal who's really picked up her game come tournament time, Jenny Orson. Endicott drew the foul. We'll keep an eye on those fouls, Gail, because Amherst doesn't like to substitute a whole lot, although they will right now.
And they didn't appear to be too deep on the bench the other night. Dombrowski's going in now, and she was in the other day, and that was it for substitutions, so they do need to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, that was it for substitutions until the very end of the game. Stanislawski out with 2 fouls. Dombrowski replaces her. And now here come the 6-footers for Viroqua. Let's see if they start to take control on the boards, because that's been a problem early on. Kate is in the lineup. She has the ball right now. Too hard off the glass. Gets her own rebound. Too hard again. And the rebound inside by Simpkins.
This is an interesting situation for Viroqua. Their first 2 people off the bench are both 6-footers.
Dombrowski. Thompson. Gets it back somehow. Gets it in. A great start for the Falcons. 8-0. Endicott rejected out of bounds. Looking to draw some contact, hoping to get a foul. Didn't get a call. Viroqua will keep possession. Welch looking to inbound. That's Endicott. Back to Welch. 3-pointer on the way. And again, Amherst all over the glass. Orson inside. Simpkins. 10-0. We'll see if Coach Swanson signals for a timeout. Not yet. He's going to let him play on.
That was a nice penetration and dish into the post. She finished it nicely with her left hand.
10-0 start for Amherst. Couldn't get any better for them. Stolen away by Schweitzer. And it's a 12-0 run for the Falcons.
Nice dump off right inside. And just knew where she was on the block and she could use the glass.
Simpkins with the basket there, then Schweitzer and the foul. 12-0 run for Amherst to begin the game. Timeout for Viroqua. We'll be right back after a word from our WIAA network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
In the Midwest, life moves at a timeless pace, maybe a little different, certainly more relaxed. But at Marshfield Clinic, the latest health care goes further, faster. With advanced communications and computerized networks, Marshfield's integrated system of care makes distance disappear. In virtually hundreds of communities, local physicians have instant access to Marshfield specialists, research advancements, and leading medical technology. Complete consultations, consistently high standards of care, and electronic records help patients avoid duplication of tests and services. Marshfield's integrated system saves time and travel for our patients, gives us more time for personalized care. Going the extra mile to meet the needs of the communities we serve. That's how Marshfield Clinic keeps moving ahead. And that keeps Wisconsin and Upper Michigan looking forward to a healthy way of life.
Not a misprint there. Everything is falling Amherst's way. 12-0 to start the game. And they have a chance to add to that right now if Schweitzer can complete the three-point play. Field goals, well, that's the story right there, Gail.
Right, and there's been some inside shots, outside shots, and off the drives.
A mixed bag for Amherst. Schweitzer completes the three-point play, 13-zip.
Big possession here coming out of the timeout. Hopefully they have a strategy to get a good look at the basket again.
Looks like Amherst has pulled off on their full court press. Lob inside, stolen away. Schweitzer. 3 turnovers now for the Blackhawks. Still looking for their first points. Traveling inside. Simpkins lost the handle and then took a few steps. Coach Pete Swanson, he pretty much looks the same, whether he's up by 13 or down by 13.
I don't think he feels the same inside, though.
Probably a little upset right now. Welch with the ball on the wing, looking for a cutter. Now dribble penetration. Blocked in the middle of the lane. Andrew gets free inside, and we got a jump ball with the arrow pointing towards Amherst. Frustration on the faces of the Viroqua Blackhawks.
Well, they're really closing the inside down. There is no inside game, even though they do have some people inside that would really like to get the ball, Cade and Andrew, but they really need to maybe open it up a little bit from the outside first.
Dombrowski trapped and then fouled in the act of shooting an excuse me type foul that time by Heather Welch. I don't think she wanted to come down and try and block that one.
Welch left the game early Thursday with foul trouble. I'm sure she wants to stay in. She's been their leading scorer all year, scoring 10.4 points per game.
Substitution for Viroqua, Amber Glick checking back in, and Jill Cade will sit down. One out of 2 for Dombrowski. Good bench player. Off the bench, she scores 5 points a game. Welch with it. This is Glick. Inside to Welch. They just can't get it to go early on here. They're getting some good looks.
Yeah, that was really an open shot. Lane was wide open. 2-3 defense. Trying to close up every gap that there is.
Nice defense by Glick on the far side, but Amherst getting all the loose balls right now. Schweitzer. Schweitzer again. It's a 16-0 run to start the game. Knocked out of bounds. Good defense that time by Carrie Thompson. Right now it seems like Amherst is just a half a step quicker on everything.
Well, it's still very early in the game. Viroqua has no reason to not be patient and try to look for high percentage shots, and they'll eventually fall.
Alexis Endicott back in the lineup. Terrific three-point shooter. They'll need a few threes to get back into this one, no doubt. Welch from 10. Knocked out of bounds that time. Viroqua will keep it. Another good look for the Blackhawks. Inbound to Endicott. Plump. From 10. Rebound by Amherst. They have a 2-on-1. Orson and Dombrowski. Orson and the foul.
Orson did a really nice job getting out on the break. Going strong in the basket.
She has 8 points already early on here. Loves to drive to the basket, and she's shown it already here in the first quarter. She completes the three-point play. 19-0. Another substitution for Amherst. Betsy Hoffman checking in for the first time.
And the crowd goes crazy.
What a start. Unbelievable.
They are a little rattled right now. Understandably so.
Here, Coach, what do you say to your team in a situation like this?
Well, they got to settle down. They just have had good looks at the basket. There's nothing wrong with the shots they've been taking. They have been turning it and forcing it. And unfortunately, their defense hasn't really been able to force any issues. And Amherst gets at least one shot, if not two, every single time they don't have possession. So that's got to stop. Yeah,
getting beat on the boards to the tune of 15-5, both on offense and defense combined. There's a steal there by Amber Glick.
That's what they need more of, some defensive stoppers.
Final 30 seconds of the first period. Viroqua still looking for their first points. Monroe. Endicott. Too hard. Knocked out of bounds. Back over to Amherst. Well, the Falcons may pitch a shutout here in the first quarter. Under 10 now. Schweitzer loses control out of bounds. Back over to Viroqua. Final 4.3. Monroe to Welch. Short. It doesn't get any better if you're an Amherst fan. 19-0 to start the game. We'll be back after a word from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelley Hofferbecker on your trip to the WIAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Amherst Family Foods, the home of friendly, courteous service, congratulates the Lady Falcons. The Tomorrow River Supper Club and more, steakhouse and seafood on Highway 10. Diane's Cafe in beautiful downtown Amherst, and the International Bank of Amherst with over a century of service. Congratulations, Falcons. Amherst is proud of you. Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelley Hofferbecker on your trip to the WIAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Your friends at Casca Martin Insurance offering free price quotes. Fred's Club Orlo on Main Street in Amherst. Ernie's Body Shop, you ditch 'em, we winch 'em, you bend 'em, we mend 'em. And good luck, Lady Falcons, from your friends at Tomorrow Valley Co-op. Lady Falcons, Amherst is proud of you.
Well, the fans here at the Fieldhouse in a bit of a state of a shock, even from Amherst and Viroqua, I think you'd have to say. 19-0, not a misprint. The Falcons pitch a shutout here in the first quarter. Culver's first quarter stats, I think we'll get to those quickly, if not right now. We'll get to them pretty soon. There they are. And it's all Amherst. That pretty much tells the story. Three-pointer Glick. Orson, they're getting every rebound. They're out rebounding Viroqua 17-5. Stolen away by Klum. Monroe scoops it up. Viroqua right now looking for any kind of good news. Welch loses control. Lick recovers it. And another turnover. Indecision on the side of the Blackhawks right now.
Well, the lane was open. I think she thought she's going to cut to the basket. I'll make the pass, and she didn't cut to the basket. Things didn't turn out.
Number 40, Endicott, her second. The team is finished. In for
Foul on Endicott was her second. While you have frustration on Viroqua's end, extreme confidence for the Falcons.
It's time to really get the defensive pressure up on the ball and get in a rebound.
Simpkins somehow finds some space inside and gets 2 shots at it, and she gets it to go. That's 12 second chance points now for Amherst. That has to be a surprise considering Viroqua's height.
Right, they did have 2 girls right under there, and they didn't box out deep enough, and she went for her own rebound.
And that's not to say Amherst is a short team.
No.
Inside Andrew. Oh, somebody get a can opener and open up that hoop. Goodness gracious. Orson. And Welch comes out of there with it. Endicott, good 3-point shooter, hasn't had a chance to attempt one yet. Endicott looking for a cutter now. Dribble penetration all the way up and in, and she drew the foul.
Endicott had a nice drive to the basket again, just didn't get the shot off.
It wasn't for the foul, she had an easy layup. Of course, nothing has come easy so far for the Blackhawks.
No, they just have to stay mentally into this game. Stay tough. There's a long game yet.
Third team foul on Amherst. More substitutions. Jamie Krutza, a freshman, checking in. And I think Coach Hopperbecker is substituting more because she has the big lead. We weren't expecting that.
And it's wonderful that she can put all these kids in for a game experience. It's great.
Welch misses the 3. 0 for 16 to start the game. Stanislawski. Excuse me, that was Dombrowski missing. Got my skis mixed up. Klum inside. Nice pass to Andrew. And there it is. The Blackhawks are on the board. 10.5 minutes into this ball game.
And they're finally able to put on a full court press.
Rejected by Andrew.
Nice block down on the defensive end.
Klum now to Andrew. Almost loses it. Monroe gets free inside. Knocked out of bounds, and we got a foul inside on Jessica Andrew, the 6-foot junior. Here's a look at it.
Nice pass. Drew 3 defenders, found the open person underneath. Used the glass well.
Jessica Andrew breaking the ice finally for the Blackhawks. Looking for a cutter now. Cut off by Endicott. Schweitzer. Not a 3-point shooting team, Amherst. Hoffman misses. Rebound. Stanislawski. No. Another offensive board for the Falcons. Krutza getting free inside. Amy Krutza, 5'4" freshman, amongst the trees in the paint.
Amherst is just relentless on the boards. All the girls go to the board well.
Blocking foul that time on Klum out on top. will go to the line to shoot a pair. Try to extend this lead back into the 20s. Schweitzer coming in, averaging 16.4 points a game. She has 6 right now. Had 16 points and 5 boards against North Fond du Lac the other day, Thursday, in the semifinals. 1 out of 2.
Job on Monroe on top. She really smothers her defensively. It makes it difficult to make that next pass. When you can't initiate your offense and get the ball to the wing or to the post, it makes it difficult to score. And boy, they're having a difficulty still.
Schweitzer running the show out on top. A 6-foot guard. Would you like to have a 6-foot guard?
Yeah, she can really see the floor well.
Schweitzer really the only Falcon who shoots the 3, misses there, then gets it back. Another offensive rebound for the Falcons, and 2 more points for Melissa Schweitzer.
She really stepped up nice in the lane, used the backboard perfectly.
22-point lead. Plum. Monroe. Plum looking for a cutter. Ball tipped away again. Boy, the hands are everywhere for the Falcons on defense. Welch, too strong.
Viroqua's got to remember they did win 22 games this year, and that should give them the confidence to know we can. And they have dug themselves into many holes, especially during sectional play, and they've come out of it.
Just to touch on your point, Gail, as we look at Melissa Schweitzer's last basket. Viroqua came back from 7 down against Lancaster to win in the sectional semifinals, came from 12 points down against Columbus to win the sectional finals. But I don't think they've ever seen a deficit like this, 22 points. Rare turnover for Amherst that time.
Well, they pretty much have to forget what the score is right now and just concentrate on every possession, make something happen. At least get 1 or 2 looks at the basket each time. Nice backdoor cut.
Andrew, she has both of Viroqua's baskets and a nice pass by Plum.
Andrews did a nice job coming off the bench the other night, too. She really added a lot to their team.
Schweitzer, Thompson, too strong. More offensive rebound by Amherst, except that time it's a jump ball, but they are all over the offensive glass. It's almost like they got 7 people waiting to get the rebound. Here's another look at Jessica Andrew inside. The pretty pass from Katie Plum. Wow, look at those numbers on the rebound.
And we haven't finished half a game yet.
There's another one. 28 boards now for Amherst as Stanislawski puts that one up and in. Ball poked away by Stanislawski. Plum recovers it. Stolen by Schweitzer.
Schweitzer just leaves her girl and goes to help right in the middle of the lane, steals the pass.
Schweitzer in the lane. Got fouled in the active shooting, so she'll go to the free throw line. Melissa Schweitzer. Third personal on Katie Plum, the senior guard, Viroqua's defensive stopper. Timeout on the floor. Viroqua wants to talk it over. Head coach Pete Swanson's going to visit with his Blackhawks. And our rover is roving around the arena. Bob Bradovich.
Aaron Wheels to her right.
Bob Bradovich, you're standing by. What do you got?
Scott, thanks a lot. Heather Welch and Amber Glick on the Viroqua team are cousins, and that's because mothers Rhonda Welch and Renee Glick are twin sisters. At family reunions, does the subject turn to basketball a lot?
Yeah, quite a bit, because our niece is Gracie Harder. She went to MSU and was an outstanding player there, besides also being outstanding player at Viroqua High School.
And Renee Glick, you were on the very first Viroqua team, 1976. Girls basketball has changed a little bit since then, hasn't it?
Yes, quite a bit.
You ever scrimmage the girls?
No, we haven't scrimmages.
Any advice for the girls at this point?
We have to dig down and come up with something. I don't know.
Just hanging in there. They have not, thanks a lot. They have not given up hope here in the Viroqua cheering section. Scott and Gail?
Bob, thank you very much. 26-24, a minute and 34 seconds left here in the second quarter. Just a reminder, our Division I championship game will follow about 20 minutes after this one is over. Earlier today, state championship trophies were handed out to Barneveld and McFarland. Tonight, by the way, it'll be Franklin and Kettle Moraine. Have you had a chance to check out those teams, Gail? That's right in your area.
That's right. Yes, we've played Kettle Moraine on a non-conference schedule. We played Franklin a couple times this year in reserve games, so I'm pretty familiar with both teams.
Your thoughts on that game tonight?
I think it's going to be really a very intense and aggressive and a hard-played game.
You dare to give a prediction?
I can't pick a winner. I really can't. Franklin's undefeated, and Kettle Moraine's only loss is to Milwaukee Pius, who won WISA. So they're both very comparable. They both have a very strong, well-balanced team.
Should be a terrific game. Schweitzer's second free throw. No good. Almost. It is another rebound for Amherst. Schweitzer traps it down. Orson. There's Slosky. Dombrowski double teamed out on top. Loose inside and picked up by Andrew.
Viroqua changed up on defense a little bit, came out, double teamed the ball, and forced a turnover. They need a little bit more of that.
Glick with Thompson on her. Turnaround jumper hits nothing. And here comes Schweitzer on the run. Might take it all the way. Now looks for a cutter. Stolen away by Monroe. Here comes Monroe. In a crowd, loses her balance. And she travels with it. For the 1999 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Rural Insurance Companies, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses. And that look from Pete Swanson pretty much sums it up. Simpkins' shot blocked, but there's Orson. Jenny Orson now in double figures with 11. Final 30 seconds of the first half. A first half to forget for Viroqua. Endicott. That was a nice stroke.
Well, she just broke loose by her defender. She had to pull up and take that 12-footer.
Well, she's their best outside shooter. She shoots the three-point ball at 39%. So maybe if they could set some picks for her, that's going to be one way they're going to have to get back into this game. And there's another way, forcing some turnover.
She's hustling right into the fourth row.
Great hustle that time by Jenny Orson. She had a seat with the popcorn vendor up there. Final seconds now. Endicott for three. Whoa! There's some momentum heading into the halftime locker room. Alexis Endicott for three. Unfortunately for Viroqua, that just cuts the lead to 20. It was all Amherst in the first half. They lead it 29-9. We'll be back after a word from our WIAA network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Mike Proctor is a student at Buckley University, and he's about to become the subject of a remarkable experiment. He will live inside this small chamber, cut off from all human contact. Alone.
Yo, get a little milk in here.
For the next 30 days.
Oh, no, guys, I didn't sign on for this. Guys, I got tons of cereal. I want some milk.
Fascinating.
Pretty please.
Got milk?
bacon on a fresh, delicious Butter Burger Deluxe with a real custard shake or malted on the side.
Shakes and bacon.
Culver's Frozen Custard. Whole lot of value going on.
Ooh, shaking.
And Gale champion back at the field house in Madison, where the Falcons are flying high here at halftime of our Division III championship. They lead this one by 20. Started off this game on a 16-0 run, then it fell to 20, 22. It just got bigger and bigger. Gale, as a coach, have you ever been in a situation like this? And if so, what do you tell your team?
Well, I think what Pete needs to be telling his kids is stay confident. You're getting good shots. They had a nice couple backdoor shots, backdoor passes, a couple shots from the outside, Endicott three-pointer at the end of the half. It's a nice momentum to send them into halftime. So they just need to stay in their game plan and not panic on offense.
And if you're Shelly Hopperbecker, what do you tell your team? I mean, you're up huge in the state championship game.
Right. You know, I think she just needs to say, keep doing what we're doing because it's working, but don't let up at all, because this team has shown that it can come back in games, and there's still a whole half of the game to play, and then we'll celebrate the win.
Well, Gail and I will be back to break this one down for you and get ready for the start of the third quarter, but right now let's send it over to Theodore Stefaniak.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Well, most people call me Ted. That's what I prefer, but we've got a pretty good tournament going on here, I would say. By the end of the night, we will have shown you 16 basketball games. Next week, we'll show you 16 boys state basketball tournaments. Now, none of these games would be possible without the support of our fine sponsors. Right now, let's find out more about the Wisconsin Technical College System, a statewide sponsor of the WIAA telecast.
The Wisconsin Technical College System offers over 300 different career programs. Each program provides you with the necessary skills to compete in today's complex job market.
We hire Wisconsin Technical graduates because we think it's very good. It's smart business to do so. We've had great success with the graduates that we've hired.
We specifically look for technical school graduates because of the specialized areas that they study, and we have been dealing with the technical colleges looking for these people in these specialized areas to fit our needs.
And they are wanted from in the Madison area to Milwaukee to the Fox Valley over to the La Crosse area.
They have really excellent programs in these colleges where you could go in for 2 years and get a really good, complete education, and you could focus in an area that you're really good at. And because of that, when these people come out of there, they're excellent workers, excellent employees, and that's why we hired them.
So I achieved my degree in 2.5 years, and then about a year after that, I was promoted to district supervisor.
I got a job before I graduated.
The week I accepted my full-time job, I received 2 other full-time job offers as well.
As soon as I was done with school, they signed me on.
I was offered a job immediately upon graduation.
You were getting job offers almost every day at one facility or another.
Well, I got a job immediately after graduation. I graduated, I think, on May 13th, and I had a job on May 14th.
At a Wisconsin Technical College, in 2 years or less, you can be working in a career of your choice, making the kind of money you want, or transfer your 2-year credits to a university to continue your studies. Attending a Wisconsin Technical College looks good, but you're thinking, what about life outside all this good education? Well, here's a quick flick on your social studies. If you're interested in an education that prepares you for a career, talk to your guidance counselor or visit your local technical college campus. If you'd like a guide to the Wisconsin Technical College System, call 1-800-320-TECH. The Wisconsin Technical College System. Go here, get there.
We are at halftime of our Division III state championship game between Amherst and Viroqua. But if you missed the action this morning, you missed some great action. This morning, It started with Division IV, and what a game we had between Barneveld and Potosi. Barneveld came away with a 49-42 victory behind the effort of Jess Arneson, who came up with 20 points. But in Division II, what a game we had there. McFarland, 61, Campbellsport, 57. Leah Hefty led the way with 34 points. She had 67 points over the 2 games over the last 2 days. That is a new Division II record. And of course, after this game, we've got the Division I championship game coming up between Franklin and Kettle Moraine. A full night of action coming up for you right here on this station. But right now, let's find out more on our Division III state championship game and throw it back over to Scott and Gail.
Thanks a lot, Ted. Boy, what a start for Amherst. A 21-0 run to begin the game. They lead right now by 20, 29-9. Gail, a surprise to you?
Yeah, it really is a surprise. But, you know, some nights you're just going to have cold shooting. And, of course, this is a coach's nightmare. You don't want it this evening.
Yeah, not a surprise that Amherst is leading, but the fact that the way this game is being played. I mean, it starts out here, Jenny Orson.
Well, she gets them going right from the start. Hits the first few baskets.
She had the first 8 points. Inside is Megan Simpkins as Amherst dominated the paint, then later it's Schweitzer, Melissa Schweitzer.
Really showing that Amherst has many scoring threats there. Nice pass from Plum to Andrew.
They finally got on the board 10 minutes into the game, their first basket, then Andrew again getting free inside. Orson leading the way again for the Amherst Falcons. Some momentum at the end of the first half provided by Alexis Endicott as she started to find the range.
Right. There she hits a nice jump shot off the wing. Comes down right at the end of the half. Jump stops, pulls up, shoots a three-pointer.
Well, let's make no mistake about it, though. Viroqua has dug themselves a deep, deep hole. We check out our first half stats. Our Culver first half stats. And even with the average shooting for Amherst, they've been able to dominate. One of the reasons why?
Amherst has really out-rebounded Viroqua terribly. I mean, they have had so many second shots. They've had tons of shots in the paint. And then, of course, you look at the second chance points, and it tells really the story of the game.
30-9 in rebounds, 20-4 in inside points, and 18-zip in second chance points. And you understand why Amherst leads by 20. Orson leading the way with 11. Endicott with those 2 late baskets in the first half. And Endicott and Andrew account for all 9 of Viroqua's points. And, you know, maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. Amherst has really overwhelmed some opponents. A little later, we'll give you some of the final scores they had against some teams during the regular season. But, Gail, what can we expect here in the second half? Viroqua, some major changes, or are they just kind of keep plugging along?
Well, I think they may want to make some major changes defensively because what they're doing isn't creating enough as far as steals or forced turnovers, and they're not able to press because they're not getting baskets to fall. So that may be one adjustment, and then running some plays where they can maybe get some screens, like they had a couple backdoor cuts, and free their guards a little bit more.
Well, we'll see if Viroqua can make this one a game again. It's Viroqua down by 20. The Falcons flying high, 29-29. Back after word from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelley Hopperbecker on your trip to the WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Carbo's Junction Bar, your friendly hometown establishment. Richard Anderson and all the agents and staff of New Hope Mutual. Basic Machines Incorporated, basic machines for corrugated packaging. And Amherst Family Medical Center, a member of the Ministry Healthcare Network, backing the Amherst girls basketball team. Lady Falcons, Amherst is proud of you.
Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelley Hofferbecker on your trip to the WIAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Amherst Family Foods, the home of friendly, courteous service, congratulates the Lady Falcons. The Tomorrow River Supper Club and More Steakhouse and Seafood on Highway 10. Diane's Cafe in beautiful downtown Amherst, and the International Bank of Amherst with over a century of service. Congratulations, Falcons. Amherst is proud of you.
Both coaches want their teams to forget about the halftime score. Shelley Hafferbecker of Amherst says her team came out with a lot of intensity. That kind of waned at the end of the second quarter. She wants them to pick it up to start the third. Peter Swanson of Viroqua talked to his team about boxing out better. They're also going to switch to a man-to-man to start the second half, hopefully force some turnovers. Scott and Gail.
Thank you very much, Bob. And we have a turnover to begin the third quarter of action on Viroqua. So Amherst will work on this 20-point lead.
This was a possible matchup, Plum versus Schweitzer. Obviously, Plum's giving up quite a few inches to Schweitzer, but she is their best team defender, and that's why she picked her up as the girl that she will defend.
Too strong there. Another offensive rebound for Amherst. Orson. Stanislavski. And Viroqua comes out of there with it. Monroe. Welch, tight blick in the post, decided against it. Now Monroe. Plum, Endicott, good three-point shooter.
Nice cut under the basket. Tried to hook it up there.
Too strong by Endicott. Rebounded by Simpkins. Here comes Schweitzer. They got a 3-on-2. Schweitzer takes it on. No, nice pass inside to Thompson. Carrie Thompson now with 4 in the game.
Schweitzer really set her team member up very well with that penetration.
There's Monroe, partially blocked by Schweitzer. She's got her hands in everything.
Yeah, she really has nice size for that position and has a long wingspan.
Also a member of Amherst state qualifying softball team from last year. She's going to pick up a glove and bat as soon as this season's over, as soon as this game's over.
She's a very well-rounded athlete, also plays volleyball.
Simpkins at the line, shooting a pair, averaging 12.3 a game. 4 first-half points. Well, the 1999 WIAA tournament is brought to you by the Wisconsin Technical College system, where over 90% of the graduates find jobs right after graduation. 0 for 2 in the rebound by Glick, tied up by Thompson, jump ball. Stanislavski to inbound, stolen by Monroe. Plum from 15. Oh, it's just not dropping. Here comes Schweitzer. Schweitzer 1-on-2. We'll see what she does.
No, she did the right thing. She was actually 1-on-4.
Simpkins gets it to drop inside.
Nice high-low pass.
Another quick start to the half for Amherst. That one tipped out of bounds. The Blackhawks will keep it. Jessica Andrew will check back in for Viroqua. She had 4 points off the bench in the first half. Thompson checking out for Amherst, replaced by Dombrowski. Monroe inside, gets fouled on the shot, so she'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Kirsten Monroe has shot over 100 free throws this season, and really, they didn't even get to the free throw line the first half, so things looking up. At least she's getting to a comfortable spot on the floor.
Well, free throws were an issue for Viroqua at the end of the Northwestern game. They struggled big time until this gal stepped up and hit a couple big ones down the stretch. Two for 2 for Monroe.
Full court pressure. 2-1 full court press. Now they're really going to need to scramble.
Orson. Contact inside. We'll see who they whistle for the foul. There you can look at Jenny Orson forcing the issue.
Well, Orson took the ball to the defender and made her come and play her. 2 girls stepped in to help through the foul. Orson's really off to a great tournament game here tonight.
Two for 2. She has 13 points now. more than doubled her average. Like we said earlier, she had a terrific semifinal game. And she almost comes away with the steal. Welch inbounds to Andrew. Here's Monroe. Closing in on the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Endicott looking inside. Great pass to Klum. How'd she get that one? I don't know.
I don't know how she could have even seen her. She was right behind the defender. Klum jumped up and picked it up.
She was behind two defenders. From our angle, we couldn't even see her. And all of a sudden, Katie Klum's hands came out of nowhere and picked off that pass. Wonderful pass. Schweitzer with Klum on her. Dribbling around four people now. Monroe clears the rebound. Endicott, see if she can get open for some threes and maybe bring their team back in. Another great pass inside to Klum.
Same play, opposite side of the floor.
The lead is cut to 20. That's where it was at halftime. So Amherst still comfortably in front. Schweitzer, 6-foot point guard. Well, what kind of luxury is that to have a 6-foot guard?
Well, now here she's going to the post, running to give and go. She can see the court so well, and she's a very good ball handler. She doesn't seem to get in trouble with the press because she can see over traps and make good passes. Plus, she's a 4.0 student, so she's got the head for it. She really is the leader and the thinker out on the court, the quarterback.
That was Simpkins, by the way, with another rebound basket for Amherst. Endicott can't get it to go. Here come the Falcons. Orson to Stanislawski. So much for that run by Viroqua. The Falcons answer with two quick hoops. That time, Endicott's feet got tangled up with Dombrowski, and they whistled Dombrowski for the foul. Second personal for Jenny Dombrowski. Jill Cade will come in along with Carrie Thompson. Endicott and Stanislawski will sit down. Klum from 15. And again, the Falcons all over the boards. They're out rebounding Viroqua 37-11. 38 now. That was rebound number 38 for Amherst. Simpkins falls. We'll see who they get for the foul.
It's like it's going to be on Cade.
You see the look on her face?
She couldn't believe it. I think she just thought, well, she tripped.
Definitely some contact inside there, but she's like, why'd you pick me? Timeout. We'll be right back after a word from our WIAA network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
When your assets just keep growing. When your drive to succeed comes with personalized plates. When you finally earn that office with a view. When you wrap up that big deal. We've got the insurance and investments you'll need. Farm Bureau Financial Services. Just say when, whenever you're ready.
In Wisconsin, call a local rural agent near you.
A passion for learning. Excellence in education. Pride in sharing the rewards of accomplishment. That's why we established the Marshfield Clinic Science Award, presented to the students and teachers of each championship school. Winning at life is how you play the game.
There you get a feel for some of the atmosphere here at the UW Fieldhouse in Madison. Scott Emmerich along with Gale champion our Division III championship. Amherst in total control. They've been that way since the start when they opened the game on a 21-0 run. Field goals this quarter picking up a little bit though for Viroqua. They find a little bit of confidence, but Amherst still comfortably in front. Our Division I title game to follow. Schweitzer. Another offensive rebound. And Cade finally clears for Viroqua. Well, Amherst now with 39 rebounds to match their 39 points.
That's an astounding statistic.
Steal by Schweitzer. 10 turnovers for Viroqua.
Back into a zone.
Simpkins takes it baseline, somehow finds some space, and then draws the foul. Jill Kane gets whistled for it. Simpkins will go to the line.
Drives baseline. Just finds enough of a gap to get it up on the glass.
Wasn't a whole lot of room along the baseline, but she found it. Three players checking in now for Viroqua, including for the first time Joanna Jacobson, another one of those 6-foot junior centers coming off the bench. Goes for two, and Plum gets the rebound. She's going to run. Endicott out on top. Here's Welch. Long two-pointer. Rebound for Amherst.
Oh, Welch came off a nice screen. That was a good-looking shot.
Good pass to you and I, Gail. She hit us right on the number.
One thing that Coach Swanson had mentioned is the key to this team's success has been they will not quit. And this has been a game where that has been tested because it has been a frustration for them. But it appears they will not quit no matter what.
Well, Endicott rejected by Thompson that time, and she is down on the floor. And now we got a referee timeout for the injury. Endicott hit the ground hard that time after her shot was blocked. Here's another look at it.
Drove in. Yeah, it was a clean block, but when she came down, I think she either hit her head or bit in the stampede of people surrounding her. Nice hand for her coming off the floor.
Well, she got up saying, "Ooh, my neck. I hope it's not serious." She's in obvious pain right now. Caroline Quinn is checked in for Amherst right now for the first time. Loose ball out of bounds, goes back over to Viroqua on the turnover. They're kind of stuck on 39-15 right now. Welch in the corner. It's a pick from Monroe. Picks it all the way in. Nice pass that time to Joanna Jacobson.
Yeah, she had a nice screen. Instead of shooting off of it, she just kept the dribble alive. The defender picked her up and she dumped it off well.
Welch showing some great unselfishness. Pretty pass. Senior forward. Win with it. Dombrowski. That time on Dombrowski, so the ball will go back over to Viroqua with 28.7 to go in the third quarter. Glick. Plum from the baseline. Monroe with an offensive board for Viroqua.
Monroe's really been all over the court, really hustling down loose balls this half.
Welch, good defense that time by Dabrowski. Dabrowski has it now. Can she beat the clock? Poked away by Plum at the last second. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Well, Amherst had a 20-point lead entering the quarter. It's now 22-39-17 as we come back for our final quarter of play. Before though, we hear a word from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelly Hofferbecker on your trip to the WIAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Your friends at Casca Martin Insurance offering free price quotes. Fred's Club Orlo on Main Street in Amherst. Ernie's Body Shop, you ditch 'em, we winch 'em, you bend 'em, we mend 'em. And good luck, Lady Falcons, from your friends at Tomorrow Valley Co-op. Lady Falcons, Amherst is proud of you.
Congratulations, Amherst Falcons and Coach Shelly Hofferbecker on your trip to the WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament from these area businesses. Carbo's Junction Bar, your friendly hometown establishment. Richard Anderson and all the agents and staff of New Hope Mutual. Basic Machines Incorporated, basic machines for corrugated packaging. And Amherst Family Medical Center, a member of the Ministry Healthcare Network, backing the Amherst girls basketball team. Lady Falcons, Amherst is proud of you.
Scott Emmerich and Gale champion back for the start of the fourth quarter as we check out our Culver's stats, and Amherst putting on a rebounding clinic, Gale.
They really are. You know, there is a little bit of a height advantage, but not really that much. And they just, all the girls just go to the boards extremely hard, especially on the offensive end. They really hit the boards well.
20-0. Second chance points for Amherst. Both teams came in with records of 22-4. We'll see if there's a miracle left in Viroqua's season. Rebound inside, that time by Monroe. Tell you what, having big leads for Amherst is nothing new to them. I mean, check out some of the final scores during some of the regular season games. 87-35, 77-44, 82-29, 71-29, 52-8. I mean, they are used to having dominating games throughout the regular season. And that's one of the reasons why there. Schweitzer, although she couldn't get that one to go, a lot of contact. Monroe taking it all the way up, but not in. Glick battling with Quinn, out of bounds. It will stay with Viroqua.
Talked about Schweitzer being an advantage, having an advantage being a 6-foot point, but she also guards the opponent's point, and I think that's the second advantage, and that is that she just takes their vision away and they can't make that easy pass. She really plays good on-the-ball defense.
That's a good point, Gail. Really cuts off the passing angles. Defensively, just as strong as offense. There she is in the post.
Very hard to deny her that give and go. You just can't play behind her. She can post you up. It's hard to get around her to deny her the ball.
She's now in double figures with 11 points. Monroe partially blocked that time by Schweitzer, but we'll see who they whistle for the foul. There were a couple of Falcons down there, and it is on Schweitzer.
The Amherst Falcons have been forced Schweitzer first. The team is fourth. At the line for
Schweitzer doing it from the outside and here from the inside. So the 1999 WIAA tournament is brought to you by Land O'Lakes, provides the feed, seed, and agronomic services you need. Land O'Lakes and its member cooperatives keeping families farming. Quinn is out and Jenny Orson is in for Amherst. Megan Simpkins will get ready to check back in. How about Monroe 4 for 4 from the free throw line today?
Boy, she has great looking form on that free throw. Great rotation.
Seda Conco is also into the lineup for the Falcons. for Cutter. Hoffman. Kunkel. Blocked by Klum, but yes, the Falcons are all over the loose ball. And you can see Klum, her reaction after the block shot. She just kind of threw her hands up there. It's like, what else do we have to do?
Well, Welsh had good position on the weak side. She just said box out deep enough, and foul happened.
Orson now with 14 points. Stanislawski checking back in. $15 points now for Orson to go with her 17 points from the semifinal game Thursday morning. 24-point lead for the Falcons. Monroe draws the foul on Schweitzer. And again, it's Monroe creating a little bit.
Right, that wasn't an easy shot. It probably wasn't going to go if she hadn't been fouled. But at least she, you know, she stepped into that scene. She made something happen. She got herself to the free throw line. Looks like Endicott is doing all right. She's going to be coming back in the lineup shortly.
That's good to see. Monroe 5 for 5 from the line, and there is Endicott wearing number 40 for Viroqua, along with Jill Cade and Joanna Jacobson checking in. Neck seems to be okay. Sometimes that adrenaline just kind of takes over. That's the best medicine. Monroe's first miss. Orson now, Kunkel and Amherst intent to run the half-court offense. Inside Simpkins. Using the glass nicely. Megan Simpkins with her 10th point of the game. Endicott. There's something that'll cure a sore neck. A nice little basket inside. Alexis Endicott.
Well, they've been a little bit more patient, and they've just been running a good flex pattern and making some good passes and finding the open person underneath.
Simpkins with Jacobson on her, almost thrown away by Endicott. Orson to Schweitzer. Blocked by Klum, but she got a little body as well, so Schweitzer will go to the line. Four personal fouls now on Katie Klum. Viroqua's designated defensive stopper. Well, this rebounding advantage Amherst has, yeah, it shouldn't have come as no surprise. They had 4 girls with over 150 rebounds for the season coming into the tournament. Right now, out rebounding Viroqua 48-17.
Wow.
This is a Viroqua team with some good size, too. Final 4 minutes and 50 seconds of our Division III championship game. The Division I title game will follow. Franklin and Kel Moraine. Monroe using the glass nicely on the baseline drive.
Well, Monroe was open on the backside calling for the ball. No one found her, and she was bound in a terminal. When she got the ball, it was going to go up. That was a nice drive.
Beautiful pass that time. Schweitzer to Simpkins, but she couldn't handle it. Says, that's all right. I'll get you next time.
Blackhawks did a nice job hustling back on defense and forced that turnover.
Amber Glick now back in.
Another backdoor cut.
Glick can't get it to click, but there's Monroe. That'll forward. Oh, I'd like to see him still battling, even though it's a big deficit for Viroqua. Knocked out of bounds, Amherst leading. Here's a little bit of positiveness that Viroqua can take from this game. After Amherst started out on the 21-0 run to begin the game, 24-24 since. Of course, when you jump out to a big league like that, you kind of have a natural sense to kind of sit back a little bit, don't you?
Well, that's been the best look that Viroqua's gotten all night, is that backdoor cut. They've gone to it a number of times and it's kept us at least scoring each, occasionally on the possession.
Foul on the loose ball sends Simpkins to the line. Working on a double-double. Monroe with it. She's really picked up her game here.
She really has. She really has. A lot of determination.
Quick rebounds, the Klum miss. Schweitzer 2-on-1. She's got Dombrowski on the right, but she loses out of bounds. Poked away that time by Viroqua, and Amherst will take over.
Melissa Schweitzer is extremely quick in the open court. Really runs the floor well.
We have a timeout here at the field house. We'll take one, 45-24. Amherst in command on their way to their first ever state championship. We'll be back after a word from our WIAA network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Home improvement is easy with savings from Menards. Change the look of any room with ABTCO 4x8 panels. A wide selection of vinyl decorators and tile board is on sale, starting at only $12.99 each. Add character and beauty to your home with Bruce pre-finished oak plank flooring. Install it yourself and save. On sale just $2.99 a square foot. Menards is the natural place to save on Bruce hardwood flooring.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's what a Wisconsin technical college can do for you.
Basically, I chose the technical education because of the 2-year versus the 4-year degree. I wanted to get done with my schooling and out in the workforce.
I work in the hydraulics industry, and a lot of the formulas and the components that I learned in that class are things that I work with every day.
The Wisconsin Technical College System. For information, call 1-800-320-TECH.
Back at the UW Fieldhouse in Madison, where Amherst has controlled this one from the opening tip. 45-24 is the score. Viroqua able to pick it up a little bit in the second half, but it's that first quarter that has been totally dominating, and that's been the deciding factor so far. Pretty even ball game since. Schweitzer, good defense by Endicott and Monroe on the double team. Dombrowski inside. Stanislawski blocked. Who's got it? Who's coming out of it with it? Bodies flying all over the place, and we have a jump ball. And the arrow says it stays with Amherst.
There again, Amherst 3 times they hit the offensive board, finally hit the floor for the scramble for the loose ball.
Monroe with the save. Down to the final 3 minutes and 10 seconds of our Division III championship, and a little excuse me foul that time by Melissa Schweitzer.
The Amherst fouls, number 4 Schweitzer, the third. Team 6.
Monroe will run the show for the Blackhawks as they set up. Welch, the long 2-pointer.
There's one that finally dropped for her.
Turned her ankle a little bit too as she came down, and she's limped a little bit. That's her first basket of the game, Heather Welch, Viroqua's leading scorer. Had some foul trouble in the semifinals as well, was held to 6 points, and she'll come out of the game right now.
Full court pressure again. On the ball pressure. Trying for a trap, trying for a steal. Really need to pick the trailer up.
And yet another offensive rebound for the Falcons. Stanislawski has 11 rebounds so far.
Really? Yeah, she's really done a nice job.
At 5'6", she's one of the shorter players on the court. That just goes to show you don't have to be tall or...
No, it's more desire. By her, it's just a lot of desire.
Stanislawski, 4 points, 11 rebounds so far. Substitutions now for both teams. Heather Welch checking back into this one. And there's a foul inside on Schweitzer. Really no need for that with the score the way it is.
She's getting a little anxious, I think.
Still a competitor. Still wants to compete down the stretch, even though her team's in the lead. Bob Radovich roaming around the UW Fieldhouse. Bob?
Scott, thanks a lot. I'm with Jay Hofferbecker, Shelly's husband. This has been quite a year for you guys. Shelly accepting the job. You guys married in August. How the heck are you going to top this?
Oh, I don't know. It had such a wonderful year, an exciting year. It's incredible.
Shelly's dad is also here, and if there's any confusion as to whom is who, could you guys turn around and face our camera over there? That's Coach's dad, and that's Coach's husband. So, Scott, I think we've got it all figured out now. Back to you.
Thanks, Bob. All we need is a jersey with Bob Radovich's name on his back. Locate him around the stands. Good job.
Shows a lot of pride by her family. She's never going to forget this year. It's just incredible as a first-year coach.
Orson, rebound basket. We were talking about Shelly Hofferbecker, only 24 years old. In her first year as head coach, leads her team all the way down to state, and now she's going to take a gold ball back home to Amherst. An Amherst grad, by the way.
Well, she's done an outstanding job with them. She really had a great group of athletes to work with. They had a great season, something to be very proud of.
Schweitzer, beautiful pass to Simpkins, and there's that height advantage at the point guard spot you were talking about.
She really drew the defense. You have to respect her. She's going to take the shot and made a nice pass. Really an all-around player.
That's the time left before Amherst claims the Division III state title. Endicott missing the three. Orson saves it to Schweitzer. Down court, Thompson. Fouled by Glick.
This was not the Blackhawks' day. They had a lot of good looks at the basket. They know that in rebound real well. You've got to give them a lot of credit for their defense in the sense that they never quit. They put full court pressure on. And Monroe really picked her game up in the second half. They also had an outstanding season, or they wouldn't be in this final game tonight.
Schweitzer checking out. What an outstanding game. 11 points, 11 boards. And in general, doing an outstanding job of floor leadership. We talked about Viroqua, Gail. I'll tell you what, this is the third straight year a Cooley Conference team has made it down to the state tournament. 2 years ago, West Salem. Last year, Arcadia. This year, Viroqua. They come from a very good conference, and they have some very talented players coming back. Monroe, as you mentioned, just a junior. Jacobson, a junior. Endicott, a junior as well. So we may hear more from Viroqua down here in Madison. Endicott,
beautiful drive. Beautiful drive inside the lane.
Orson, now here's Endicott on the break. She's got Monroe on the right. Knocked away in a foul that time.
I think she wanted to pass, but she was too busy worried about two girls who were defending her in the open court.
So Endicott will go to the line, and we'll get substitutions here for Amherst. Kunkel, Quinn, and Hoffman all check in. Hugs all around for the Lady Falcons. This night belongs to them. Alexis Endicott. She battled her way throughout the game, bouncing back from that neck injury. The first Viroqua player to go into double figures, and you see the sadness on the faces of Viroqua. But they'll head back to Viroqua tomorrow, where they will have a team celebration at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the high school. And even though it didn't work out for them today, they'll have a lot to celebrate.
Oh, they're going to be bringing back a silver ball. Girls will get medals. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Lynn Jacobson checking in for Endicott. Senior forward, getting some playing time here in the big floor in Madison. Gets the ball knocked out of bounds. More substitutions now. Amara Hansen checking in for Viroqua. Also for the Blackhawks, Sandy Swanson. Hoffman, almost stolen by Swanson that time, knocked out of bounds. And you can hear the celebration from the Amherst cheering section. Lob inside, ball poked away, still battling forward inside, and Hansen comes up with it. Jump ball, and Viroqua will get it for the final 25.9.
Well, the girls on the court would like to make this time last. It's great that they could all participate and get out here for this championship game.
Amherst out of the Central Wisconsin Conference, and boy, how do they top this? Shelly Hopper-Becker in her first year. Talia Williams has checked in for Viroqua. Jumper on the way by Hansen. Rebound inside, basket good by Joanna Jacobson. Amherst is your Division III state champion. Finish the season 23-4, and with the gold ball, Viroqua will take home the silver. We'll meet the champions and the runners-up right after this. First, a word from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Your local Ford store wants to cut to the chase. Get this with all this for just this. That's right. Lease a new Ford Ranger XLT for only $163 a month. For $163 a month, you get a 3-liter V6 engine. That's right, a V6. You get air, automatic, and more, and it's still just $163 a month. Get this with all this for only $163 a month. Got it? Good. Now get to your local Ford store.
Advanced cab-forward architecture. Virtual world designs that enhance real-world performance. The first minivan to offer dual sliding doors, 8 new vehicles in 5 years. Dodge has a passion for bringing the future into the present and then making it affordable with up to $1,500 in cash allowances. Or low interest rates, or great deals on other Dodge models. The future is waiting. So is an extra $500 cash allowance on many Dodge models.
Today in our public schools, Donna Smith amazed classmates by making a volcano erupt. A high school trio conquered Bugler's Holiday. Jimmy Adams' Hamlet came alive. Lisa Perez proudly read to a senior citizen. And in Ms. Wilson's class, the students created their own homepage. Success stories like these happen every day. They don't always make the headlines. Wouldn't it be great if they did? Public schools work.
Scott Emmerich and Gail Champion back where we've just So the Division III championship in Amherst is your D3 state champ. Time now to hand out some medals and some trophies. Let's send it over to PA announcer Mike Mankey.
Your attention, please. The WIAA Board of Control invites you to participate in the award ceremony of these two outstanding teams that have just completed their tournament competition. Making the presentation to the Division III teams will be Dennis Richards, District Administrator, Black River Falls, and John Hawley, President-elect, Board of Control, a member of the Random Lake Board of Education and elected to the Board of Control by the Wisconsin Association of School Boards, assisted by Doug Chickering, Executive Director of the WIAA. Will the members of the Viroqua team please proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual team medal. Jill Cade. Talia Williams. Sandy Swanson. Lynn Jacobson. Katie Klum. Heather Welch. Amber Glick. Lara Gilbertson. Jessica Andrew. Alexis Endicott. Joanna Jacobson. Kirsten Monroe. Sarah Steiner. Mindy Munson. And Amara Henson. Will Coach Peter Swanson of Viroqua please proceed to center court to receive the team trophy. Will the members of the Amherst team please proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual team medal. Melissa Schweitzer. Carrie Thompson. Jenny Orson. Jamie Krutza. Betsy Hoffman. Aaron Jensen. Carolyn Quinn. Seda Kunkel. And Stanislawski. Megan Simkin. And Jenny Dombrowski. Will Coach Shelley Hofferbecker of Amherst please proceed to center court to receive the team trophy. Congratulations to both of these fine teams.
Falcons definitely earned this one right from the start, jumping out to a 21-0 lead. What impressed you the most about them?
Well, they just got out of the gate so fast. Orson really started them off to a great start, and they just kept going. They kept their composure. They didn't get overly excited that they were up and they had a big lead. That didn't seem to faze them, and they really rattled the Blackhawks.
They came into this game out-rebounding their opponents by an average of 37 to 25. Today they out-rebounded Viroqua 57 to 26. I mean, it's more than doubling the output and rebounds.
Right, and I guess what we just found out is that it is a Division III record for rebounds in a game, and it's really no surprise. That is a big number for rebounds.
57-26 as we take a look at your Culver's final game stats for you, and the field goal percentages really weren't a factor, although Amherst got a lot of opportunities, 19 out of 51 from the field. Viroqua got the same amount of opportunities, but it's the second chance points, I think, Gail, that really made the difference.
They were really hanging around on the offensive boards and had a lot of nice putbacks.
24-2 in second chance points for Amherst over Viroqua, and those 57 rebounds, as Gail mentioned, a Division III state tournament record. So let's take a look at those Culver stats that we just mentioned and maybe break them down a little bit more for you. And I tell you what, we did not lie, Gail. I told you it was 57 to 26. I was not kidding, and I did not lie in the second chance points. Inside points too.
Points, really, and they really didn't even have the height advantage. They really just had the desire to go in there, mix it up, and get those offensive boards to drop.
Oh, it seems like they just got all the loose balls as well. Leading scorers in this game for Amherst, Orson. She had the first 8 for the Falcons, and she led the way with 17. Orson, just a sophomore. Played like a senior, that's for sure. Schweitzer, a terrific all-around game. She had 11 rebounds with those 11 points. Endicott showing a lot of heart down the stretch, especially in the second half. She finished with 11 points, too. One other note as well, Gail, the 5 starters for Amherst had, get this, 12, 11, 11, 8, and 8 rebounds. A clinic.
Yeah, it was everybody rebounding, the whole team.
It was a rebounding clinic, that's for sure. Bob Radovich is standing by with our Division III state champion head coach, Shelly Hofferbecker. Bob?
All right, Scott, thanks very much. Shelly, I'm sure you talked to your team about getting off to a quick start, but 19-0, how did that happen?
It happened by some good defense, them missing some, decent shots. So they did get some good looks at the basket, but missing them. But we played some excellent defense. Offensively, we took it at them. Moved without the ball, took it at them, got some good looks at the basket, and we put them down.
This has been quite a year for you. You take the job at Amherst, you get married in August.
Yeah.
Here in March, you're winning a state title. How in the world do you top this?
You can't top it unless coming back here next year. It's the only way you can top it. Going double.
Talked to you earlier in this tournament, and you said you give a lot of credit to the coach that preceded you, your high school coach at Amherst, kind of laying the foundation.
Yeah, I mean, she worked with a couple of these girls, Melissa and Carrie, for 3 years, and I was lucky enough to take them over my senior year. The rest of them, I pretty much didn't have any varsity experience, but we've had a good program started there, and I'm just going to try to continue it.
Was talking to Chico LaBarbera, a longtime coach at Eau Claire North, earlier in this game, and he said, I hope she's enjoying this because you never know when you're going to get back to the stage. Are you enjoying this moment?
I'm really enjoying this moment. I told the girls that I think a couple days ago, or was it yesterday, enjoy it. I mean, enjoy everything about this weekend because you don't know. I mean, this could be your only time. Even if you're a sophomore, that doesn't mean anything. This could be your only time down here. You got to enjoy it. I mean, there are only 4 teams in C that get to come down here, and we worked hard. We earned it. We got down here. We showed people what we're made of, and why we got down here.
Girls, your first-year head coach, did she do a pretty good job this year?
Yeah.
Nothing else needs to be said. Amherst, your Division III state champion. Scott and Gail, back to you.
Bob, thank you very much. Right now, let's take a look at our Farm Credit Services game highlight of the game. Melissa Schweitzer, the girl who just said, yeah. 11 points, 11 rebounds, leading the way in a very balanced effort from the Falcons.
And Schweitzer, this was a good basket for her, but she did so many other things on the floor, defensively, passing, getting her hand in the passing lane, making some steals. Great game.
Today, farm and rural families are facing a season of change. New economics are changing the way you farm, work, and live. And for every challenge this new environment will bring, we have the financial services, the resources, and the expertise to help you keep your family secure season after season. Farm Credit Services, at the heart of a growing America.
We still have one more gold ball to hand out tonight. Our Division I final is coming up. Kettle Moraine getting ready to take on Franklin, and Gail's been terrific working with you. We saw a terrific team in Amherst here. You think maybe a dynasty in the making for Coach Hofferbecker?
Well, I don't know. She may be young, but I'll tell you she was right on with her information, because this is a priceless moment, and she knows it, and she has told her kids, hey, enjoy it, appreciate it. And I appreciated working. It was great again.
What a great atmosphere this is down here. The field house, you enjoy it down here too.
I enjoyed it.
A great atmosphere down here, that's for sure. Well, for Gail Champion, I'm Scott Emmerich. Let's send it back over to Ted Stefaniak, who will get us ready for the Division I championship game.
You are go for pizza delivery.
There's a better way to deliver oven-fresh pizza. The Domino's Heat Wave, the bag that works like a portable oven for the best-tasting Domino's ever. Domino's, delivering 1 million smiles a day. Now at Domino's, get a large, crunchy, thin-crust pizza with up to 2 toppings plus an order of cheesy bread for only $10.99. That's a large, crunchy, thin crust with 2 toppings and cheesy bread, just $10.99. Call now.
We're your best way to go. Time Federal Savings Bank.
At Time Federal Savings Bank, we have loans that are looking for homes. Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance, turn to the professionals at Time Federal Savings Bank. You'll find competitive rates, affordable payments, and qualified professionals. Stop in for information about fixed rates and adjustable mortgages. Time Federal Savings Bank, where we have loans looking for homes.
Your best way to go. Time Federal Savings Bank.
Do more than flash a great smile. Flash great style. Do more than shoot some video. Create your own special effects. At Shopko, we realize that today, shopping is about much more than matching a color or size. It's about fitting a lifestyle, as well as a budget. Do more than look terrific. Cash in on terrific savings. Shopko, your lifestyle, your price style.
Welcome back to the field house, everyone. We've handed out 3 gold balls. We've got 1 more gold ball to hand out, and that'll be in the Division I state championship game coming up in about 14 minutes. That'll be between Franklin and Kettle Moraine. Hello, everyone. I'm Ted Stefaniak. You know, last weekend there were several state championships as well. In fact, there were 3 of them. Right now, let's take a look at 2 of them, the team wrestling tournament and the state gymnastics meet.
For the 6th straight year, the best wrestling teams met at West Ellis Hale High School. In the Division III state final, both Wrightstown and Cumberland were gunning for their first ever team title. At 130 pounds, Wrightstown's Eric Verbaten in the blue met Cumberland's Nick Ronaldo. Verbaten gets the 2-point reversal en route to the 11-5 win. The Wrightstown Tigers win the Division III championship 29-16. In the Division II championship, Luxembourg Casco sent its retiring head coach Emil Kuhn out in style. The Spartans took on Ellsworth at 135 pounds. Individual state champion Nick Pell in the maroon needed just 51 seconds to pin Patrick Traynor. The Spartans win the Division II title in a 26-24 squeaker. Kuhn is a coaching legend in this small Door County community. He's retiring after 25 years and 4 state titles at Luxembourg Casco. The Division I final showcased one of the great high school wrestling teams in Wisconsin history, the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders. All year, the most any team scored on them was just 13 points. On this night, Wausau West would get 7. At 103 pounds, Travis Tritz gets the first of 5 Red Raider pins when he plants Adam Vesley in the 3rd period. The Red Raiders win it 50-7, their 10th ever state title and their 5th straight. tying Milwaukee South of the 1950s for the most consecutive state titles.
Just a great feeling, and these seniors are only seniors this year. I mean, there might have been 5 otherwise, but I'm really happy. These guys have earned everything they've gotten.
It feels awesome. It's the best feeling in the world right here.
Staying with the Wisconsin Rapids theme, the 29th annual WIAA gymnastics meet was held there March 5th and 6th. The state's best came for the vaulting, the balance beam, the uneven bars, and the floor exercise, but no one dazzled quite like the freshman from southwestern Cuba City. Gina Hinderman won the all-around Division II individual competition with a score of 35.217. Stacy Wyrall of Waterford finished second. Hinderman's fellow freshman teammate, Abby Eggers, was fifth with a score just over 33. With Hinderman and Eggers, southwestern Cuba City won its 3rd team Division II gymnastics title in the past 5 years. Mount Horeb was second. 2-time defending state champ Onalaska finished 3rd. In Division I, Julie Steffen from Franklin Muskego Whitnall was dominant. She brings home the overall championship with a score just over 37 points. Erica Busey from Waukesha West North South finished second. But that finish from Busey propelled Waukesha West North South to their first ever state title, breaking Racine's 2-year stranglehold on the title. The Racine Co-op finished a distant second this year. Middleton was 3rd.
We are down to one last game on Championship Saturday. It's the Division I finals between Franklin and Kettle Moraine. It is coming up in about 10 minutes. Stay with us. We're going to step out for a local break. You are watching your WIAA network station.
If you look to the competition for a 4-door pickup, better get your blowtorch, because only your Ford store's got the complete line of 4-door trunks, like F-Series, the only standard 4-door super cab. Don't look to the competition, or the new 4-door Ford Ranger, the only 4-door compact.